Hello to all my story lovers. Welcome back in Storytime channel. I am Pallavi reading stories for you. And thanks for your love. Now, today's story name is 99. And before go to the story, please subscribe my channel. Now let's go to the story. Once upon a time in Kerala, there were two friends, Ramu and Damu. They lived next door to each other. Ramu was a merchant and was doing well in his business, while Damu was an ordinary workman living on a daily wages. Ramu, the rich man, was always careful not to spend much money. He lived a very frugal life. He and his wife had only one curry for their meal, and they rarely invited anyone to dine in their house. Damu, the poor man, lived a happy-go-lucky life. He and his wife Chiru spent all the money he earned on their food and clothes. Often there were friends or relatives to share their meals. At night, they all sang folk songs, beating time by clapping their hands or by using wooden clappers. Ramu's wife Shobha often wondered how Damu could enjoy life so much and spend his money so freely. Although she and her husband had more money, they found it very difficult to save any of it, and often they had to go without things they wanted to buy. Ramu's wife watched Damu and his wife and tried to understand the secret of their happiness. But the more she thought about it, the less she could understand. Very often in the afternoon, Shobha and Chiru would stand and talk to each other. There was a fence between their two houses, and they talked to each other over the fence. One afternoon, when they were chatting as usual, Shobha asked her neighbor how it was they always had money to spend and were so carefree and happy. Chiru smiled, but could not answer the question. I don't know, she replied, and I don't suppose my husband knows either. But your husband might know, she went on. He is so clever, isn't he? Shobha was still puzzled, so he placed the problem before her husband. After all, he was clever, as Chiru had said. Ramu smiled when his wife questioned him about Damu. Queen of my house, he said. It is not surprising that Damu and his wife are so carefree. Poor Damu has never seen the magic of 99. That's all. Never seen the magic of 99? What do you mean? Asked his wife. I don't understand at all. You would not understand even if I explain it to you, replied Damu. So I am not going to explain it. Some things have to be seen before they can be understood. Shobha said no more. She knew well it was useless trying to make her husband tell her anything he did not want to. He was a man of action. You will understand it all after some time, Ramu said, and his wife was satisfied. A few days later, she noticed that change had taken place next door. Something was wrong with Damu and his wife. She could no longer smell fried fish and mutton curry. She found that although friends and relatives came as before, Damu no longer invited them to a meal, and no one sang folk songs anymore. All day long, Chiru was busy making mats from coconut palm leaves. In the evening, she went to sell them in the market. And at the night, both Damu and Chiru sat down and made more mats. This is very strange, said Shobha to herself. Whatever has happened next door? They seem to be working all the time now, and they look so worried. They want to earn more and more money. Shobha told Ramu about the changes she had noticed. Do you know why they no longer spend any money? She asked him. And why they are making so many mats to sell? How do I do? How do I know? Replied her husband. You had better ask your friend, not me. Shobha wanted to ask Chiru the same question, but she found no opportunity to do so. Chiru was now much too busy. She had no time to talk to Shobha over the fence as she used to do. At last, Shobha could wait no longer. She went to Chiru's house to find out. Chiru was busy making mats. When she saw Shobha, she stood up and gave her a mat to sit on. Then Chiru went on with her work, talking as she worked. For some time, Shobha and Chiru talked about other things, about their friends and relations and the life in the village. Then Shobha very quietly asked the question that had puzzled her for so many days. What has happened, Chiru? She asked. Does Damu get less work nowadays? Oh no, replied Chiru. By the grace of God, he is getting plenty of work to do. But everything is different, said Shobha. Why have you stopped cooking fish and mutton? Why do you not sing any more? Why are you making mats all day long? Why do you look so worried? There is no special reason, replied Chiru. We just live differently now, that's all. No, no, said Shobha. There must be reason for it. Very well, if you don't want to tell me, you need not. I only wanted to help you. I thought perhaps you were in need of money. If so, I shall ask my husband too. Oh no, said Chiru quickly. Her pride was hurt. We have no difficulty. I shall tell you what has happened, but please don't tell anyone, not even your husband. My husband will be angry if he knows I have talked to you about this. You know me well enough, replied Shobha. You know that secret told me to is like a pebble drop in a well. No one will ever know. I will tell you then, continued Chiru. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, my husband was returning from work. He had with him his usual daily wages of 1.5 rupees. As he reached the step of our house, he saw lying on the ground a small white bag. He picked it up. It was heavy, and it obviously contained coins because it jingled. Just imagine, cried Shobha. A bag of money? Listen to me, said Chiru. As she continued her story, he quickly came into house and went into our bedroom and locked the door. I was in the kitchen, but I heard him come in so and I went and knocked on the bedroom door. He let me in and then I saw the reason for his strange behavior. Lying on the cot was a heap of coins which he had emptied out of the bag. A heap of coins, cried Shobha. How many were there? We counted them, continued Chiru, and found there were 99. 99? Said Shobha. Not 100? It must have been 100. No, it was 99. We counted them most carefully over and over again. There were 99 rupees. Well, said Shobha, we thought it was a great pity that there were 99 and not 100. Chiru went on. So there my husband took 1 rupee from his daily wages and added it to 99. The next day I had to manage everything with a half rupee that was left. Oh dear, said Shobha. When my husband came home the next day, Chiru continued, he told me that since we now had 100 rupees, we should save up and raise it to 200. So he put aside 1 rupee from his daily wages and gave me the half rupee. Now it is the same every day. Ugh, said Shobha. Now I see why you no longer cook fish and mutton, why you don't sing any more, but look worried all time. Now I see why you are making maths all day. The magic of 99 has worked this great change. This is the end of the story. Do you like it? Then comment it, subscribe my channel. Bye bye.